So
Okay.
this was like the first yeah, this is our first weekend on the scorecards about our predictions, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
All
we
right.
were all off on this one, right? It was much earlier
Much earlier, much
than we
Yeah.
earlier.
expected.
Just to be quick, like the fight was, I said that in my opinion, uh, okay, so for one, Fundora used his jab for a change, and I think he peppered that nose, and so I think what was it, round three?
Mhm.
When was the stoppage? The stoppage was three or four.
Four,
Four.
Stoppage was
four.
four. So round three, I seen Booker kind of rub his nose with the glove, and I think his breathing was just off after that. It was a matter of time, but I think that sped up the process. So Booker did have some success with like the overhand because he's there to be punched. I think he did do a couple digs to the body,
Mhm.
like I wanted somebody to do. It just was too much of a daunting task, probably
So
too probably too much movement. Like he was on the bike early and often on the bike, on the bike, on the bike, and it just allowed for Fundora to be the stalker.
to our league to our
Yes.
table that we do for our results, like we all predicted a Fundora win. No one predicted like a knockout. I don't remember.
I
We
said
predicted
TKO.
late, late,
Yeah,
late.
Okay.
yeah.
We predicted late.
I think I may have predicted distance. I may have done that, but hey, I don't remember. I have to go back.
It was just too much size. You know, the constant pressure. He was on his bike, but he never was out of range. You know, when see guys
Right.
on his bike, they're normally out of range, but he was on his bike and he was still in range. So it to me looked like the size that shocked him. It's hard to prepare for that in the gym unless you're basically fighting guys outside of your weight class and sparring. But it's just too much length, too many punch variations. Fundora looking really strong. I mean, it was a huge step up for Booker. It was, I mean, I think he had a few 8 round fights, several 4 round fights, maybe a couple 10 round fights. So it was a daunting task, and Fundora did what he was supposed to do. So we would like to see, I would like to see him against a Bullcheck. Oh no, excuse me, not Bullcheck, a Bakram.
Bakram.
Hmm.
Yeah, Bakram and maybe a unification type of bout. I think that would be an exciting, very exciting fight.
Right. But more realistically, they announced that Xander Zayas will be elevated in the absence of Terrence Crawford. So Xander Zayas, he didn't jump in the ring, but
Mhm.
he was at the press conference. So he pulled a Magic Man at the press conference and challenged. So that looks like the business side of it. The next one in line.
Where does it leave like a Virgil Ortiz, who's like to me he needs action in that division too?
Oh, oh yeah. I
Because I
mean,
want Zayas to fight Ortiz. I don't know. I like just now that
Yeah,
Terrence is
Cyrus Ortiz will be
yeah.
a entertaining fight as well. But at this point, for me, I want to see unification bouts,
right.
and that's why I mentioned Bakram. Um,
Yep.
so if that can
Yep.
happen, that'd be amazing. If it's a Xander Zayas, I think that'd be a great fight as well. But I don't want to, you don't want to keep the division in a headlock, so to speak, with these fights that haven't been made to unify the division. I
Correct.
feel like we're in the age of the fighters want the belts. They want that type of notoriety, and I do appreciate this generation of fighters that are coming up. They are willing to take the risk and take on those challenges. So
I will
I
say,
hope we see it.
yeah, I will say Fundora definitely mentioned all the names. So
Yeah, yes, he did. He did.
I just realized after I watched a few podcasts here, they pay for these belts. That's crazy. Like that's why
yeah,
you see all these legacy acts. They don't want none of the belts. Like Canelo wants none of those belts because he just didn't want to pay. Like it's interesting how they paying for these belts. I learned that recently.
and then there's a percentage, but it depending on who you are.
Yeah,
Mm.
interesting.
Politics, politics, politics.
as usual.
Let's go. Politics as usual. Whoo.
As usual.